What's been going on with AMC? Is our big short squeeze lost and forgotten? We've had a bunch of fake out rallies ever since our last update on AMC. What I have in front of us right now is our 15-minute chart on AMC. This is the linear chart. And you can see that we had some really strong rallies followed by very corrective looking pullbacks and more of the same kind of thing, possibly impulsive rallies followed by corrective pullbacks. And it's not completely clear what's going on here. It's very ambiguous. My primary pattern in purple was calling this the bottom of a larger wave 2. And since then, we may have a 1-2 in place, a smaller 1-2 setup as pictured here. However, it doesn't have the cleanest setup. The bottom could be here, the bottom could be there. This could be a 5-wave impulse up followed by a deep retrace on our wave 2. So that is the primary expectation at the moment. However, there is the possibility that we are setting up in a leading diagonal, which is shown in the orange pattern. And in a leading diagonal, you have each subwave in the form of a corrective zigzag. So you have a zigzag wave up, then you have a zigzag down, zigzag up, and possibly a little bit lower for a small wave 4, and finally a top in a wave 5. Leading diagonals are very deceptive. They're not very clear. While they follow within trend channel lines, as pictured with the green lines here, they are not as strong of an indicator as a proper impulse wave. So not the best picture, but it's better than nothing. We may have something developing here. Shifting to the bigger picture gives us a little bit more clarity on the situation. So this is our big picture logarithmic daily view. You can see some of the previous rallies pictured here. This is from January earlier this year. And then we had another big spike in June, middle of the summer. And the way this thing is correcting sideways, this looks like a classic wave 4. Now, whether the wave 4 ended right here or we're still in the middle of it is not exactly clear, but this has that look of a bull flag. It's got that triangle look when we shift to Elliott wave terms. And if this is a triangle, could be a A, B, C, D, E. We might be getting very close to the end of it, or we have a 1-2 setup. However you interpret it, the big picture hasn't changed much. We still have our targets at the 140 range conservatively, and we could extend as high as 240 on this rally. Now, here's where things get interesting. If we look closely at the history of AMC's powerful rallies, you often have some really uneventful pullbacks, nothing happens, and then you have a parabolic spike that just takes off. Back here, we had this spike take off within a matter of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Then you had a very similar thing happen in the late spring, early summer of 2021, where we had a sideways boring consolidation. Boring, of course, on the big picture. Close picture, you had a couple of fake outs, possibly. You had some big rallies that doubled the price in a matter of days, and then you give all your gains back. And then suddenly, when it went off, it went off. Nothing was going to stop it. Elliott waves being fractal in nature, we may be seeing a similar situation shape up here. So I'm still going to call this rally setup valid in place. So if you're holding AMC shares, probably best to continue holding. If you're looking to top off positions, you can, of course, set stops. I have a stop set right here in the lower $36 range. Please adjust your own positions based on your strategy. If you're trying to get into call options, I've actually entered some positions. The call option that I had elaborated in an earlier update was an $80 strike for January of 2022. And I would have preferred to go a little further out, but at the time we didn't have sufficient liquidity and in following months. Well, ever since then, we do have better liquidity in February and possibly March as well. I will probably make a purchase at the February 2022 85 strike level. I think that gives a bit more theta. You get a similar return with a bit less risk. So as we go, we'll see how this thing develops. By the time you watch this video, the rally may already be in progress. So take it easy on me. You never know when these things come and go. If you have any other information that could help us, please post below in the comment section. And for continuing updates on AMC, as well as various other assets such as cryptocurrencies and commodities, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, thank you for watching and happy trading.